Lucian Malum here. Wait, alright, let me sit down. So, as we all know, Space Marine 2 Season 4, or not season, I guess Patch 14 has been announced. And with that, new heroics. Now, I can go on for a while about the 3 heroics that we've seen. The Deathwatch Power Fist being so cool and a callback to one of my favorite Salamander and Terminator models ever. The Stalker Bolt Rifle being honestly, a mishmash of already, in-game assets, so it's pretty lazy in my opinion. I mean, it's just a Mephiston Red Stalker Bolt Rifle. You throw on the stock from the Heavy Bolt Rifle, the Marksman Bolt Rifle, scope, and bada bing bada boom, yeah, you have the gun. And of course the Deathwatch insignia and wing from the heroic Heavy Bolter, but you know. But the one that interests me the most, the Salamander's Heroic Power Sword. And that's because it's not a power sword. If you look right here on this image, and then zoom in on this, let me just move that to the side so that they're both able to be seen on screen. Single power pack, a 3-pronged, what's it called? Crossguard? No. Regardless, the part that's going up and that connects to the blade in the power pack. The single cable and the super thin crossguard. That's a force sword. That's not a power sword at all. And you can see the style across, I think, both variations of the force swords used by the Grey Knights. Actually, no, I think they've used more than that, actually. I'll look into that in a minute. You know, if there's going to be an editor's note, that'd be a good time to throw up the pictures. But no, the only thing that's missing is, I guess, the iconic detailing on the force weapons used by regular Space Marines instead of Grey Knights. And that's the weird patterns on the blades that are typically yellow. But no, it's a force sword. Just to get that out of the way. And it confuses me. Because they say that we're going to be getting the Absolver Bolt Pistol. I don't think librarians use the Absolver Bolt Pistol. Pretty sure it's only used by Judiciaries, Chaplains, and Apothecaries. So what if, and I know this is a big what if, so hear me out. What if we're going to be getting the Absolver Bolt Pistol on librarians and tabletop? And this is the first 2 hints that, you know, GW is throwing at us. Don't quote me on any of this. I am nowhere near skilled enough or specialized enough to talk on this matter professionally. But I'm just guessing here, because we have Force Sword and a large bolt pistol. I'm just saying, new class, people have been wanting the librarian. Saber said they're going to be going back on their word and approving some of the stuff that they said they would never do. And, you know, Librarian was one of them. And if you look at games like Darktide, Fast Shark already found the perfect way that they could do Librarians through their Psyker class. Make the staff an elemental type thing, perks, all that. Just, you know, for the Librarian, I assume it would work kind of the same way. You have your pistol, then you have your force sword, i.e. this. And then, for your wizard abilities, you have a staff, like the Armageddon box guy. Or, you know, any of the librarians that have ever been made. And with that, they could also do a one-handed thunder hammer. And I know people on Twitter have been saying, the Crozius Arcanum is just a one-handed thunder hammer. But, you know, that's kind of a boring way to look at it. And for all we could know, that could just be to sell your Deathwatch cosmetics better. Because as we all know, the Power Maul is an iconic Deathwatch weapon. And recently, we got to see a Blade Guard, I believe Black Templar, Deathwatch veteran, using a Power Maul against a Necron Destroyer. So, hey, who knows? We could be getting the chaplain, we could be getting a librarian, we could be getting a lot of stuff. But I just wanted to point out the weirdness that they chose to use, you know, the Force sword design instead of a power sword. Although I will say this, the burning effect on the blade right here is amazing. I love this. This is amazing. And it just goes so well for so many Salamander OCs that I've seen on Twitter. Alrighty, with that, this short little video has been concluded. I'm Lucian Malum. Until next time, I don't know, follow the Twitter, join the Discord, and like and subscribe to the video? Maybe? Come on, you know you want to. I'll post pictures of a cat if you do.